Yes, Mr. President, Senator Erwin Tulfo is seeking the floor. I move that he be recognized.
Senator Erwin Tulfo is recognized.
Mr. President, thank you. It's not interpellation, but rather a manifestation. I rise to make a manifestation, Mr. President, as the chairman of the Senate Committee on Games. I welcome the privileged speech of Senator Zubiri concerning the prohibition on online gaming and manifest my full support. Once the membership of the committee has been settled, we will conduct hearings to hear all sides. We will direct appropriate government agencies like the Department of Finance and PAGCOR to submit cost-benefit analysis, the foregone revenues from unregulated operations, as well as implications on employment, not to mention the social costs. Rest assured, Senator Subiri, that we will investigate. As a matter of fact, this will be, Mr. President, our priority on our first hearing sometime next week regarding this matter, the banning of online gaming totally. Kasi kahit ako po, Mr. President, ay hindi po ako sang-ayon at ako mismo ay tumututol na magkaroon ng ban sa total online gaming dahil nakakasira nga po ito ng buhay ng mga Pilipino. So at this juncture, may I invite also Senator Zubiri to join the Committee on Games and Amusement para we will hear him and his side. That's all, Mr. President. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator Erwin. Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. President. Next to make an interpellation is Senator Lauren Legarda. I move that she be recognized.
Senator Lauren Legarda is recognized.
It's actually not an interpellation, Mr. President. It's a manifestation of support on the total ban on online gambling. And I would like to thank our esteemed colleague from Bukidnon and the Philippines for bringing this to our attention today. I think half the Senate are authors of our own versions of the ban on online gambling. And I was expecting it to be mentioned last Monday. I hope that there could be pronouncements in the coming days, if not weeks, for either an executive order or just simply for the PAGCOR to discontinue its online gambling program. So I rise to express my full support for the privileged speech delivered by Senator Juan Miguel Zubiri on the urgent and disturbing issues surrounding online gambling operations in our country. We have long regulated access to casinos and other forms of traditional gambling. The requirement of physical presence and the face-to-face nature of these establishments served as an additional hurdle, one that often made individuals think twice before spending their money. Unfortunately, the rise of online gambling has erased these barriers. The relentless advertising by popular figures and influencers, combined with the easy access provided by electronic wallets and digital platforms, has made gambling a dangerously simple activity. It is now accessible anytime, anywhere, even to the youth and other vulnerable groups. More than just an issue of regulation, this is now a matter of public welfare, of mental health, of our economic security, and I would like to say even a national security concern. What is at stake now is a kind of future we are allowing to take root in our country. So I thank our colleagues who had filed their versions of the ban on online gambling and Senator Zubiri today for raising this timely and critical issue. I express my full support for further investigations and legislative action that will reflect our duty to protect the Filipino people from systems that exploit the vulnerabilities for profit. This growing social scourge brought about by online gambling cannot be justified by any amount of revenue that it generates. The Senate, as an institution, is always called upon to protect the dreams of Filipino families and to steer them away from the traps of any form of addiction and the false promises of games of chance. Thank you. And I would like to reiterate my support.
Thank you, Senator Legarda. Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. President, Senator Raffy Tulfo is likewise seeking the floor. I move that he be recognized.
Senator Raffy Tulfo is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. The welfare of the Filipino people comes first. May isang lumalaganap na epidemya ngayon sa ating bansa. Mabilis at tahimik itong kumakalat sa bawat tahanan at ito ay ang online gambling. We need to step on the brakes now and put an end to this. I therefore express my strong support for the firm stance taken by Senator Zubiri, who has also long called for the outright ban of online gambling. Isang addiction po ang online gambling. Isipin nyo, tataya ka lang ng 20 pesos, napakadali. Parang walang mawawala. Pero unti-unti ka nang nalululong at hindi na 20 pesos ang pinag-uusapan. Pera na sana ay pagkain, pang-enroll, pambayad ng kuryente, etc. nawawala at napupunta sa online gambling. Online gambling platforms are highly accessible, addictive, and dangerously attractive. What makes things worse is that it is advertised and visible in the country through the widespread promotion of online gambling platforms, not just in social media, but also as we pass by our major roads such as EDSA, NLEX, SLEX. If Filipinos continue to enjoy easy access to online gambling platforms, this epidemic will only worsen, affecting our Filipino families. Ayon po sa PNP, tumaas ang property-related crimes gaya ng theft at fraud tulad ng sa Lucena City, Quezon Province, na 480% ang tinaas ng krimen simula noong December 2024. Ayon po sa DOH, ang pagsusugal ay posibleng maging problema sa mental health. Tinataya rin na 66% ng mga online gambling players ay nasa edad 18 to 24. At karamihan po dito ay galing sa low-income households. Kailangang maprotektahan po mga kabataan at masang Pilipino dahil sila ang mas naakit sa instant money. Sila ang lagi nakakita ng mga online gambling ads. At sila rin po ang may kakulangan sa kaalaman ukol sa financial literacy. Mr. President, my dear colleagues, while some argue that banning online gambling may drive it underground, we must emphasize that enforcement, not tolerance, is the key. I stand with Senator Zubiri's call for immediate legislation that will put a stop to this. Therefore, my message is clear. We should ban online gambling. The welfare of the Filipino people should come first. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. President, the Deputy Minority Leader, Senator Risa Ontiveros, is also seeking the floor. I move that she be recognized.
Senator Ontiveros is recognized.
Incoming. Former.
Recognized po ba ako, Mr. President, na magsalita?
You were the majority leader was moved for your recognition. So I recognize you.
Salamat kaayo, Mr. President. Sinusuportahan ko po yung pagtindig ng Ginoo mula sa Bukidnon sa napaka-importanteng isyung ito. Yung kontra-isugal bill na inihain ko, Mr. President, ay nagdedeklara sa online gambling bilang public health risk. Yung mga highlights nito ay kasama yung pag-restrict ng access sa mga individual edad 21 at mas matanda. At may striktong age verification at pagbawal din ng direct linking niyang online gambling platforms sa mga electronic wallets at super apps na pinagbabawal din na mag-advertising tungkol sa online gambling. At speaking of e-wallets at super apps, Mr. President, Ginoo mula sa Bukidnon, hindi ko rin maintindihan bakit hanggang ngayon tahimik itong mga entity na ito sa gitna ng kontrobersiya tungkol sa online gambling. Hindi talaga nakatulong na hindi binanggit ni Presidente ang online gambling sa kanilang SONA. Yung panukalang batas na inihain ko po ay nagmamandato ng isang National Online Gambling Self-Exclusion Registry at pinapayagan ang mga family members na mag-initiate ng player bans. Para i-mitigate yung financial harm, ang mga operators ay kailangang mag-implementa ng betting loss limits na kapag inabot yung betting loss limits na iyan, ay magti-trigger ng mandatory 30-day cooling off period. Dagdag dyan, itong kontra e-sugal bill ko ay nag-i-impose ng sweeping ban sa online gambling advertising, sa public spaces, sa traditional media ng TV, radyo at print, at sa digital platforms, kasama ng absolute prohibition sa sponsorship sa iba't ibang events. Ang isang 10% harm mitigation levy o sin tax sa gross revenues ng operators ay kokolektahin para magpondo ng treatment, awareness campaigns, regulatory enforcement at research. Nag-a-adapt siya ng public health approach sa gambling disorder. Kinikilala ito bilang mental health condition sa ilalim ng Mental Health Act. Nag-i-integrate ng treatment services sa benefit packages ng PhilHealth at nagsisiguro ng non-discrimination. Sa huli po, Mr. President, binaban ng panukalang batas na inihain ko ang government officials, employees, at uniformed service members sa online gambling at pinagbabawal ang campaign contributions mula sa online gambling operators na may malalaking penalties sa iba't ibang paglabag sa panukalang batas na ito o kapag naging batas na ito. Maraming salamat po, Mr. President, at muli, daghang salamat sa gentleman mula sa Ginoo, mula sa Bukidnon.
Maraming salamat po to my dear fellow minority member. And my
Thank
dear
you,
colleague.
Senator Ontiveros. Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. President, next to interpolate or give a manifestation, Senator Francis Kiko Pangilinan. I move that we recognize.
Senator Francis Pangilinan is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. I share with the position taken. I share, and I'm inclined to support the position taken by Senator Zubiri on the matter of a total ban of online gambling rather than to regulate it. In the 18th Congress, I actually voted against the taxing of POGO, precisely because of the social costs. Plus, POGO affected primarily gamblers from outside the country. So if we ban POGO because of its impact and the social costs, precisely because the hearings revealed the kamadang sindikato ng mga POGO hubs. I see no reason why gambling affecting our own population, our own citizens, should not suffer the same thing. That's point number one. But I'd like to clarify, if there are about 100, is that correct? 76 licenses or newly licensed online gambling?
It's casino po. These
Oh.
are casinos. Just to correct, Mr. President, just to correct the number that I mentioned, these were the number of casinos, 79 licensed casinos operating in the country. I have the list of, As of December 2024, 59 accredited service providers and registered domains, 12 approved online gaming platforms for licensed casinos. So this is 59 plus 12? Okay. so-
59 plus 12, so that would be 69, 70, 71
Yes.
online gambling licenses issued by the PAGCOR.
Yes, sir.
And therefore, is it correct to say that if these licenses, in the same way that POGO licenses were revoked and POGO was banned by mere act of PAGCOR, could this be the same route to take? We don't need legislation if it's an online, if it's a total ban.
Yes, Mr. President.
It will just be an instruction from the president and then the action of PAGCOR to ban it,
Yes,
to
Mr.
revoke
President.
the licenses.
The gentleman from Pampanga and Quezon City and Cavite is absolutely correct. That even a presidential order, a decree by the president can do it because he did it with POGO. And remember that in POGO, we actually came out with that in the 18th Congress, the bill taxing POGO.
Yes.
But even with that bill, which sort of like legitimized POGO, the president in his power ordered PAGCOR at that time, when was his last SONA, to ban it completely. And PAGCOR followed immediately. And now they were saying, oh, they'll go underground, they'll proliferate in the dark. But you know, Mr. President, wala na pong naiiwan na POGO dito. Pag may nakita po yung mga kababayan natin, yung barangay captain, yung mga tahanan, mga neighborhoods, mga villages, na may kumukumpul na maraming Chinese nationals, sinusumbong kaagad yan at nahuhuli sila kaagad. So, hindi na ganun kadali mag-underground because of the total ban.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, well, in that regard, may I know if the gentleman from Bukidnon is willing to sign or co-sign or co-author a sense of the Senate resolution
would
to urge the president and PAGCOR to ban online gambling.
Immediately, Mr. President. I thank the good gentleman for proposing that.
Yes, and therefore, well, we were discussing this with Senator Legarda, and we've asked our legislative staff, our legal staff, to prepare the sense of the Senate resolution. We thank Senator Zubiri for his advocacy. We share his sense of urgency as to the ill effects and the horrible social costs that our people are made to go through because of online gambling. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Pangilinan. Majority Leader.
Mr. President, Senator Bamakino seeking the floor, remove that he
Senator Bam Aquino is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. First of all, let me congratulate the gentleman from Bukidnon. Thank you for shedding light on this topic. I know it's a pressing topic. Mr. President, I'm sure you're familiar with the statement of Cardinal Ambo David. No? Are you familiar with the statement? Yes? Where he said that if the logic is about the taxes that we are getting, then we might as well legalize shabu.
Yes.
No? Ang implication po kasi noon, Mr. President, is that he equates illegal drugs with gambling, no? May social cost siya pareho. So I take it, Mr. President, na kahit ano pang pera ang nakukuha ng gobyerno dito, is it worth the social cost of online gambling, Mr. President?
Not at all, Mr. President. As mentioned earlier by Senator Cayetano, that the amount of money that PAGCOR is boasting to boost the programs of the president is not enough to counter the social ills and costs, Your Honor.
Hindi siya katumbas, Mr. President,
Hindi
no?
katumbas.
And
Daming
I-
namamatay na yun. Ang daming pamilyang nawawasak. A lot of families are becoming, how do you say this, yung sa US, tinatawag nila na dysfunctional families. Dahil, and not only that, Mr. President, let me just add to the equation which I forgot to mention in my speech. I had an opportunity 2 weeks ago to go home to Cagayan de Oro. I had dinner with my friends, yung mga may-ari na small malls, for example, Gaisano, ng Cagayan de Oro, yung Ororama, and they were telling me na, Mix, alam mo ba, this was one dinner, alam mo ba, bumaba ang benta ng aming mga malls. And akala nila, they did research, Mr. President, akala nila, yung pagbaba ng benta nila was because of online selling. Apparently, it was not online selling. When they further researched their sukis, yung mga suki nila, ba't di kayo bumabalik? Ang sagot ng mga suki nila, wala na kaming pambili dahil inubos na namin sa online gambling. In other words, yung disposable income nila,
Doon naubos, Mr.
naubos
President.
po. Instead of taking your kids to Jollibee
Mhm.
for the weekend, ay ginamit na nila sa online games.
Mr. President, let me backtrack a little bit. Ni po kasi ako familiar with the games, no? And I know that you did your research here. Gaano kadali mag-log on, Mr. President, yung from the time that you think about it to your first bet? How quick is that process, Mr. President?
I had my staff before I passed or filed the measure. I think 2 weeks ago when we started being able to file our measures. When I filed the first measure, I asked my staff to open one in his phone. The app was immediate. As a matter of fact, we get those apps when we look at when there are certain pop-ups when you look at the
Yes.
news.
Lumalabas bigla, Mr. President,
You
gambling
read
na
the
yun.
Inquirer, the Star Online, lumalabas. With due respect to these online newspapers, but lumalabas yung pop-ups ito. So anyway, he went to the apps section of his phone, got the app, automatic, the app is open, it welcomes you with beautiful cartoon,
Colors.
animation, and all that colors. Very enticing, especially to the youth. And then, minsan yung iba may artista pa, yung nagsasalita.
The splash page.
Yes, it's a flash page. And you know, you're more tech savvy than me. And it will basically let you know that the process is which e-wallet do you want to register.
Mhm.
So yan, yung may GCash, Paymaya. Meron pa, credit card. Kung gusto mo, may credit card option. And nandun na lahat. So, that's what you add now. And then you're registered. It was as simple as that. It took him a whole of maybe 3.5 minutes to do it. And if you have Paymaya and GCash, they offer it in their own app.
In their own apps, Mr.
Yes,
President.
they offer it. It's a pop-up.
So, Mr. President, once kinabit mo na yung wallet mo or naibigay mo na yung credit card information mo, tuloy-tuloy na yon
Oh, yes.
hanggang maubos yon.
Yes.
Are you, I don't know the answer, Mr. President, pero kung ako ay below 18 at nakakuha ko ng telepono, meron bang safeguard? If I am a minor or if I am a child, meron bang safeguard sa akin para matigil ako o para hindi ko matuloy ang pag-gamble o pagtataya dyan?
When they opened, when my staff opened the app and applied, there was of course...
Are you 18?
Yes. There's a question. Are you 18? What's your birth date? Et cetera, et cetera. Pag in GCash and Paymaya, automatic na yan because they have your details. They have your details. But I do not know, Mr. President. That's why we need to have the hearing. I think we need to have the investigation. Bakit nakakalusot ang mga bata? Paano nakalusot yung 16 years old na napakamatay sa Kibawe? How was he able to get
Mr. President,
that
kasi
app?
pag tinanong siya, sasabihin niya, yes, I'm 18. Ganun kasimple.
Ganun
With
kasi-
one click. Is that, for me kasi, Mr. President, hindi yan security measure kung one click lang or two
Yes.
clicks lang ay makakalampas ka, hindi yan totoong security measure.
That's
Di
correct.
ba? Parang compliance na lang yan. Hindi talaga yan security para ma-save natin yung mga kabataan natin.
It is like going to a pornographic site.
I wouldn't know, Mr. President.
Oh, I mean-
Can you share more about it, Mr. President?
Well, apparently,
Apparently.
the Gen Zs are telling me,
Oh.
all you have to find out is, hindi ka naman Gen Z, millennial ka naman.
Gen X tayo, Mr. President.
O, Gen X pala tayo dalawa.
Merong pop-up, Mr. President.
Pop-up lang.
Are
And
you
then they
over
can
18?
go straight to it.
Yes, Mr.
Siyempre, that's
President.
another addiction that we want to curb. Diba? So,
Okay.
for our people. Pero
Ibang hearing yan,
napakadali.
Mr. President.
Napakadali.
Mr. President, I just want to raise something. No? Nakita ho namin sa PAGCOR website. Let me read it very quickly. I know, Mr. President, we're looking for different means to ban online gambling. Maybe, Mr. President, pwede itong gamitin. Meron pong regulation sa PAGCOR where hindi pwede ang gaming site within 300 meters from schools, places of worship, cockpit, public market, informal settlers, resettlement areas. So hindi pwede ang gaming site. Pero yung gaming site, nalipat na sa telepono natin.
Yes, Mr.
So kung
President.
merong regulasyon
Yes.
na pinagbabawal ang gaming site ng 300 meters sa mga eskwelahan, bakit ka papayag na yung gaming site lumipat sa katawan mo?
Yes, Mr. President.
Di ba, Mr. President, absurdity yun? Ipagbabawal
absurd.
mo ang isang bagay, pero pinayagan mo yung isang bagay na hindi lang 300 meters, 3 centimeters yan sa katawan mo, Mr. President, di ba?
You're absolutely
So,
right.
Mr. President, I think there is enough basis, definitely for the sense of the Senate, definitely for legislation to go on. At sana, Mr. President, unahan na tayo ng PAGCOR at unahan na tayo ng Presidente at tuluyan na pong itigil yung online gambling. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you very much to the gentleman from Tarlac.
Thank you, Senators Aquino and Subiri, Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. President, Senator Robin Hood Padilla is all likewise seeking the floor.
This should be-
Senator Robin Hood Padilla is recognized.
Maraming salamat po, Ginoong Pangulo at sa ating pinunong mayorya. Ako po ay ninanais ko po makaugnay sa privilege speech ng ating idolo, Lakan, Guru. Sa inyo po nagmumula ang disiplina ng ating mga martial artists. Ako po ay saludo sa inyo. Kayo pong godfather ng aming Bangsamoro. Ang inyo pong ibinigay na talumpati ay tunay na kailangan po nating suportahan kasama po ang lupon ng Senado neto. Sapagkat bilang ama at lingkod bayan at kapatid sa pananampalataya, matibay ang ating paninindigan po laban sa online. Hindi lang po gambling, lahat ng online. Hindi po ito simpleng libangan. Ito po ay unting-unting sumisira sa pamilyang Pilipino. Marami na pong kabataan ang naa-addict sa online. Katulad po ng naging masayang usapan, pati po sa usapin ng pornografiya. Lahat na po. Ang mga kabataan po ngayon, pagka kinausap mo, lagi na lang sinasabi ang salitang bored. I'm bored.
Board.
Hindi ko po maintindihan bakit na-invento yan. Dahil nung panahon ng kabataan natin, hindi tayo nabobored. Marami po tayong nagagawa, kulang pa ang oras. At ngayon, naging masyado na pong madali para sa kanilang kamay ang mga smartphone. At kaya ito pong talumpati ng ating Ginoo ay eksakto po. Dahil sabi nga, yung ginagawa ng matanda ay nagiging tama sa mata ng bata. Kapag ito po ay pinapayagan natin, ibig sabihin na pupunta sa isip ng mga bata, pwede. Pinayagan ng matatanda eh. Ginagawa nga ng isang congressman habang kakaroon sila ng session, may naglalaro dun sa sabong. Yun ho yung mga bagay na kailangan na nating baguhin sa ating sarili. Kaya po ang aking mungkahi kanina sa talumpati din po ng ating ginagalang na senador na Bam Aquino na sa murang edad ay kailangan po ay mabuksan na ang isip ng ating mga kabataan na ilagay po natin yung kanilang oras sa mga gagawin nila para hindi sila maboard at maglaro ng mga tinatawag na online gambling at ano pang klaseng online na akala nila ay tama dahil ginagawa po nating matatanda. Kaya po sana suportahan po din po ninyo yung ating mga panukala katulad po ng SBN 19. Ito po yung gusto natin ng ating mga kabataan ay matuto na sa usapin na kung paano din nila susolusyonan yung usapin po ng gutom. Kailangan muli po silang magtanim, matuto silang magtanim, malaman nila yung mga tunay na problema ng bayan. Huwag naman masyadong maging pa-baby yung ating kabataan at malaman din po nila kung ano ang kahirapan ng buhay. Iyan po yung ating mga panukala para mapaglabanan po natin itong mga lumalabas na online na ito na sinasamantala yung salitang boredom ng ating kabataan. Yun lamang po. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat, Senator Padilla, Majority Leader.
Mr. President, Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa is likewise seeking the floor.
Senator Bato de la Rosa is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. To my dear colleague, Senator Mig Subiri, I rise to commend you for your timely and courageous privilege speech. And I would like to identify with your
Thank you.
when you shout shame on you, people who are behind the proliferation of this online gambling. Oh. Allow me as someone who has dedicated decades of service to law enforcement and safety of our people to ask a few questions.
Yes, of course. Of course.
Isa sa mga anggulo nakikita natin, ang mga sikat na celebrity at influencer mismo ang nagpo-promote ng online gambling. Ngunit sa panahon kung saan nalalaman na lang natin sa mga balita, sa social media at maging sa ating mga kapitbahay at kakilala na napakarami ng nababaon sa utang dahil sa online gambling at nagpapakamatay pa yung iba. Hindi na natin kayang ipasawalang bahala lamang ang realidad na ito. Ang nais kong bigyan ng diin ay ang aking pagkabahala kung ano ang magiging impact nito sa ating national security at sa moral fiber ng ating lipunan, lalo na ang mga kabataan. Mr. President, would the good sponsor yield to a few questions?
Yeah, I would be honored, Mr. President, to yield to my distinguished colleague from Mindanao for a few questions.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I ask, based on your recent findings, how widespread is the online gambling now across the country? May mga particular bang rehiyon o probinsya kung saan mas malala ang problemang ito?
Parang nakikita po namin online, kasi kaya papatawag po tayo, Mr. President, ng hearing to get the official statistics. Pero yung nakikita ko online is umabot na ng 5 to 7 million Filipinos ang naglalaro sa online gambling. That's almost 6% of the population.
At ito 24/7, no?
O 24/7. Dumadami po. 2023, yung numero ay parang 3 million lamang. Naging 7 million in 2025. 2025, I've just got new statistics from my staff. It's 30% na daw ng adult population. And this will be statistics that we'll be presenting in the hearing. Kung saan galing itong mga statistics na ito. Dapat nga yung PSA, yung ating national surveyor, yung ating PSA, the agency involved in surveying the populace, should make that as one of their questions when they go house to house. Kasi para malaman talaga natin kung sino bang sumasama dyan. Pero malalaman natin yan, Your Honor, pag matawagan natin yung mga e-wallets. Kasi sa e-wallets, yung mga members nila, for example, ang alam ko, GCash has about 80 million users eh. Yung PayMaya, mga 40 plus million users. Pwede natin silang tanungin sa mga users nila, ilan hook up sa online gambling.
In fact, we were able to ask the same question during the Isabong hearing that we conducted, right?
Correct.
The PMaya and GCash,
Yes.
they responded to our questions.
Yes.
So, thank you, Mr. President. Currently, we are aware that there are legal online gambling sites with licenses from PAGCOR. However, we also receive reports that there is a proliferation of illegal online gambling sites. Have we identified the major syndicates or operators behind these illegal gambling activities? Are these locally based or are there foreign influences involved?
Well, I believe, Mr. President, meron pong mga pangalan binanggit ng PAGCOR dito sa illegal online gaming sites. Siguro isama na rin natin sa investigation ang NBI nito to the majority floor leader, Mr. President. Sama natin yung NBI. I'm sure they will have a better picture no, kung ilan sila. Pero yes, totoong may illegal. Katulad na kahapon, Mr. President, illegal online gambling yun. Yung ay nung SONA, yung pinapanood ng congressman na Isabong. Bawal na yan eh. So, but that's also online gambling. Gambling din yan eh. So, negosyo, illegal yun. Ayun, dapat malaman natin sa congressman saan niya nakuha yung yung
Because matagal lang
feed na yan.
binan ng Malacanang yung
Matagal
online
na
sabong,
yan.
di ba?
O, panahon pa ni Tatay Digong.
Yes,
Duterte.
panahon pa ni
Yes.
President Digong yung
Yes.
pinahinto niya ang online sabong.
Opo.
Next, Mr. President, are we seeing children and minors being involved and perhaps even addicted to illegal and legal online gambling? And if so, what measures are we going to take to protect them and penalize those who exploit them? Hindi ba dapat ay hindi accessible sa mga minor de edad ang mga pasugalan kahit pa ito ay online?
Tama po kayo, Mr. President. Tama po ang ating kapatid, si Senator Bato de la Rosa. Ang daming nalulung na yun ng mga kabataan. Dahil pag nakita nyo po yung online gambling sites, ang ganda ng, parang gaming eh. Di ba mga bata na yun, mahilig din sila sa online gaming. Iba yung gambling, iba po yung gaming. Yung gaming, yan yung mga shooting, ano ba yan? Yung mga, hindi kasi naglalaro ng online. Ha? Yung mga ML, yung mga, ano ba yan? Yung nagpaparilan dun sa ano. Yan, online gaming yun. Pero ginawa ng mga wise, kung sa atin wise na mga operators, yung online gambling nila, they patterned it like that. Maraming animation, masaya ang dating, talaga makulay ang pinapakita, mga cartoons dito sa mga sites nila. Kala mo nga lang naglalaro ka ng, para nasa arcade ka lang na naglalaro doon sa arcade. So, that entices a lot of young people. Kausap ko yung anak ko po. Ang anak ko po ay taga-Xavier. He's 15 years old. And I asked him personally, do you know of your friends that naglalaro? Sabi niya, he knows. Sabi niya, almost 1/4 of the friends that he knows naglalaro daw sa online. Sabi ko, paano sila nakakapasok? Paano sila nakakalusot? Apparently, ang style daw ay, according to my son, sabi niya sa akin, ang style is, ano po sila, extension ng GCash ng kanilang mga magulang. Di ba may credit card po tayo na extension? May extension din sila sa GCash and PayMaya. So because of that, may access sila dito sa e-wallets na ito. At akala siguro ng GCash at itong PayMaya, yung mga magulang nang naglalaro. Hindi po nila alam ay yung mga anak na. Lalo na kung mga anak mayaman po yan. Kung yung pera na nasa GCash ay milyon, siyempre yung mawawalang 5 pesos, 10 pesos, 100 pesos, hindi mapapansin ng magulang yon. Pero kaya nalululong sila dahil tuloy-tuloy ang kanilang pagpusta. Hanggang baon na sila siguro sa ilang daang libo, dyan lang mahalata ng mga magulang. Pero I think that is one way na nakakalusot, Mr. President. I want to ask them that, GCash and PayMaya, if my son is right, that an extension card or an extension account of GCash and PayMaya can actually be used by children, yung mga bata, mga minor de edad, dito sa mga games na ito. Kasi baka yan ang isa sa mga titignan natin. At the same time, kung yung position naman po natin lahat ay total ban, dapat tanggalin na talaga yung e-wallets dito sa mga accounts na to. Lahat, across the board. They should not be using e-wallets. Sabi ko nga, the basic minimum sa akin, Mr. President, is kung sabihin ng Pangulo, wala tayong magagawa. Kung sabihin niya, hindi, i-regulate na lang natin. Di isa siguro sa mga propose natin, wala nang e-wallets, wala nang credit card na pwede gamitin. For example, kukuha na sila ng scratch card. Isang proposal lang po ito. Of course, I'm for total ban. But what is my proposal? They can go to an outlet, bibili sila ng scratch card na may code, at doon lang sila pwedeng lumaro. Hindi na pwedeng sa bahay mo, hindi na pwede sa kubeta habang nakaupo po kayo, hindi po pwedeng sa loob ng inyong opisina na naglalaro dyan. Kailangan mo talaga kumuha physically dito mga scratch, parang bingo. But even with that, makakalusot pa rin yung mga kababayan natin. Kaya ang panawagan po natin ay total online banning na. We had this argument many times, Mr. President. Alam po ni Senator Bato ito, maraming kumontra na iban ang Pogo. Ang sabi pa nga, binanatan nga ako sa isang radio station, radio program. Tayong dalawa. Kaming dalawa ni Majority Leader Joel, na talagang isang oras, hindi ko na babanggitin, dalawa po sila. Bumabanat sa amin na, paano nyo papakainin yung 20,000 na empleyado nitong grupong ito? paano nyo papakainin yung ganitong klaseng group, ilang libong empleyado ng isang POGO na ito? Eh, tingnan mo nangyari. Naka-transition naman po sila. Nung binan po ni Pangulong Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos, sila po ay nakahanap din ng mga iba't ibang trabaho. At nakalipat po sila sa iba't ibang trabaho. But what has happened? Hindi na po natin nakikita mga sindikato nag-operate dito. Alam po ni Senator Bato yan because he and I are one heart lang po kami sa mga nagalit po kami sa mga nagsispiya sa ating bansa, espionage, in the guise of being POGO workers, yung mga triad, in the guise of being POGO workers, kinikidnap po nila yung mga kapwa nilang Chinese at pati na rin yung mga Pilipino, yung namatay ngayon sa pagmamayari nitong manufacturing plant na Filipino-Chinese na pinatay, nakarumal-dumal ng pagpatay sa kanya. So, ngayon na wala na pong POGO, medyo nakita natin wala na pong laman sa ating mga balita itong mga sindikatong ito. Mukhang lumayas na. Mukhang pumunta na sa Cambodia at sa ibang bansa. Kaya, I believe, Mr. President, if we are sincere in stopping this addiction, because it is now an epidemic of epidemic proportions. Imagine, I would hate to say this, but will we have to wait for another year for the next SONA of the president to hear him say something about this? I'm appealing to the president, if his people are listening or if he's listening to this, Mr. President, please give us guidance on this epidemic. How can we stop this epidemic from engulfing our whole country and our nation and our people with this cancer of society, Mr. President?
So, Mr. President, how do you propose to go about this? Because I think, if I may suggest, it is better that before we express the sense of the Senate, we have to have first committee hearings
Yes.
regarding this issue so that we can be supplied with data and other informations coming from the relevant agencies and other stakeholders so that the sense of the Senate will be supported with the data and it will be very strong if we are going to do that. So that's
Tama
just
po kayo.
my proposal, Mr. President.
Tama po ang ating kapatid sa taga Mindanao, Mr. President, Senator Bato de la Rosa. And I believe magkakaroon yata ng hearing na po si Senator Erwin Tulfo next week. Ang request ko nga po sa Majority Leader, our Majority Leader, may I request that I think final naman that I may be made Chairman of the Committee on Economic Affairs. I don't want to preempt. But if possible, at the end of my speech, you can refer to the committee of Senator Erwin and my committee kasi may economic implications din po yan. What's the loss to government revenue? At the same time, what is the impact on the economy of our country? And thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, sir.
President, and thank you, Senator Soberi.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Senator De La Rosa. Only one question, if I may, Senator Subiri.
Please.
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. President.
What is the reaction of the CBCP regarding this issue?
Who's sino po?
CBCP.
They're very supportive. As a matter of fact, Bishop David, Cardinal David, sorry, my apologies. Cardinal David has already come out stating that they are not in favor of regulation but a total ban. As a matter of fact, sinabi nga ni Senator Bam Aquino kanina na ang regulation lang po, ang kikitain ng PAGCOR ay hindi katumbas na mangyayaring social ills sa ating mga kababayan. As a matter of fact, he likened it to saying that if you're going to regulate e-gambling, you might as well regulate shabu and make money out of shabu. Kasi yan daw ang parang analogy niya na at dadaming gumagamit ng shabu, lalong dadaming gagamit ng shabu, lalong lalala ang sitwasyon sa ating bansa. So parang sinasabi niya that regulation will not work, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you, Senator Subiri.
Thank you, sir.
Majority Leader.
Mr. President, next to interpolate or make a manifestation is the gentleman from San Juan, Senator J.V. Ejercito. I move that he be recognized, Mr. President.
The good one is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. First of all, I'd like to commend our brother, our colleague, our seatmate for standing up regarding this clear and present danger, I would say. Nagsalita na po ako, Mr. President, na kamakailan na the problem of online gaming or online gambling right now is worse than Pogo. At least po yung Pogo, pera po ng banyaga, pumapasok dito, kaya lang, nagamit nga lang po yung Pogo sa krimen dito, pero pera po nila. Ang problema sa online gambling, Mr. President, we are victimizing Filipinos. Pera po ng Pilipino, lalong-lalo na po, yung mga mahihirap, na pa 10-10 piso, sa halip na may maipon sila, ay naubos. So I'd like to commend Senator Mig Zubiri, our colleague, for standing up for this very hot issue, I would say, that needs our attention. Ngayon lang po, Mr. President, kakukuha ko lang sa news, no? Philippine gaming industry posted 214 billion in gross gaming revenues in the first half of 2025. A 26% increase from a year earlier. And ang ano po rito, Mr. President, Senator Zubiri, 53% of the 215 billion gaming revenue is from e-games drive. So that's one of the reasons probably, Mr. President, that, PAGCOR is really not keen on banning online gaming because of the surge in the revenues the past year because of online gaming. Mr. President, also, I'd like to commend you, Mr. President, Mr. Senator Zubiri, because as you are correct, we are already promoting a culture of gambling in this country. From Pogo to Isabong and now online gambling. Parang wala na po tayong ibang industriya na pwedeng palaguin kung hindi pagsusugal. Mr. President, coming from San Juan, where we come from our home, traversing EDSA, going to the Senate, probably 70% of the billboards in EDSA is about online gaming. Ang masakit po nito, Mr. President, celebrities, athletes, sila po nag-i-endorse. So kaya nga, tama si, parang pag nag-scroll kayo, kala nyo, laro-laro lang, gaming, tapos may kita nyo, mga celebrities and athletes endorsing na parang for an ordinary Filipino, parang hindi mali ito at hindi masama. So, Mr. President, and as pointed out by Senator Ontiveros earlier, yung pong e-wallet applications is an enabler of the proliferation of online gaming. Napakadali po. In fact, ito pong GCash, Paymaya, masama pa rito yung credit cards. Dati po, 1 or 2 steps lang, you can already access the gaming application, nandun na kagad. Ang masama rin, nandun pa yung advertisement. But when we call their attention, ngayon, naglagay sila safeguard, pero 3 steps, ganun pa rin ho. Ang ko lang, Mr. President, before just a manifestation, but I think before the investigation or the hearing that will be taken, probably Senator Zubiri can already ask the agencies, whether it's BSP or NTC, that probably if they can regulate or if not prohibit the e-wallet applications from being enablers of the online gaming services. Talagang ito po ang I think this is the main culprit, Mr. President, kasi napakadali talaga ma-access yung pong online gaming through the GCash, Paymaya, and other online applications. So, with that, Mr. President, again, I can recommend Senator Zubiri for taking up this matter. It's only our 3rd day of session, but I think this is a matter that we really have to give preferential attention to at this time. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President, to the good gentleman from
Thank
San
you,
Juan.
Senator
Thank you, sir.
Hercito, Majority
Yeah.
Leader.
Mr. President, if I may.
Thank you, Pana.
Yes, please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm happy that you're excited with my standing here, Mr. President, as I asked the gentleman from Bukidnon if I may be allowed to just ask 2-3 questions, Mr. President. with the indulgence of the gentleman.
Yeah, of course, Mr. President. I'd be
Well,
honored
first-
to be interpolated by our dear colleague and
First of all, Mr. President, at the onset, may I be allowed to associate myself with the privileged speech of the gentleman from Bukidnon on the urgent need to completely ban online gambling in our country. In fact, Mr. President, this representation included in our top 10 priority measures Senate Bill number 47, or the Anti-Online Gambling Act, as we firmly believe, Mr. President, that these activities are a poison to that is slowly destroying the lives of our people. Senator Bato earlier asked about some of the data regarding online gambling. Let me just put on record, Mr. President, yung pong Capstone Intel, they revealed that 66% of young Filipinos aged 18 to 40 are involved in online gambling. 66%, Mr. President. Yes, age 18 to 40. Age 18 to 40. Part of the report, Mr. President, says even middle-aged adults are not spared. In fact, 57% of respondents aged 41 to 55 engaged in various online gambling activities. And Mr. President, it's concerning because nearly a third of users bet 2 to 3 times a week, with some wagering up to 3,000 pesos per session. Mr. President, hindi na po biro ito, and if the gentleman would agree with me, and perhaps my first question is, would you believe that this is now a national crisis that we have to face, this growing and worsening online gambling epidemic, Mr. President?
I totally agree with the gentleman from Bulacan, Mr. President. As a matter of fact, the figures that were mentioned by the good gentleman from San Juan, Senator Hercito, JV, is alarming. Because if they double in number, isa lang ibig sabihin po niyan, mas marami pong pumusta sa kanilang mga gaming sites. Dumami po ang nagpusta or mas malaki na ang inilabas nilang pondo para sa mga gaming sites na ito. Because they're earning from the taxes. The figures that Senator JV is pointing out are the gross revenues. And therefore, if the gross revenues increase twofold, that could also mean that maybe there were twice the more number of gamblers which are Filipino. Hindi po to Pogo, hindi po to Chinese. Ito po ay Pilipino. Mga kababayan po natin ito.
And that's the problem.
Bisaya, Ilocano, Tagalog.
Mr. President, that
Filipino.
is the problem. Because for me, ever since I became a member of this August Chamber, I always ask, what is really the policy of the government when it comes to gambling? Pagka dumaan sa Kongreso, binigyan ng imprimatur, it becomes legal. Pag hindi, illegal. Now, who is the state regulator? PAGCOR. You look at PAGCOR, perhaps it's only in the Philippines, Mr. President. PAGCOR is the regulator. At the same time, PAGCOR is the operator. In fact, in our hearings here in the Senate, I remember the PAGCOR chief made mention that they intend to end that dual role of being operator and regulator at the same time. But that was 2023, Mr. President. Until now, I don't see, Mr. President, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the gentleman from Bukidnon would have some information about this as to where is PAGCOR going? Are we, as policymakers, are we still going to allow this, Mr. President, na yung bankero, siya din ang magpupuli sa kanyang sarili. Yung operator, siya din yung regulator, Mr. President.
Yan ang masama, Mr. President. Katulad yan, Mr. President, I just want to put on record, I don't know if you've seen it in the news articles, PAGCOR Employees Association, lahat ng empleyado ng PAGCOR, tutol sa online gambling. Can you imagine that, Mr. President? I actually mentioned it during my press conference. I showed the press release. If you go online now and check in the news, PAGCOR Employee Association, tutol sila sa online gambling. Siguro, dahil apektado din yung mga pamilya nila kasi alam naman nila dati hawak ng PAGCOR casino lang. So di ba kung bawal ang kawani ng gobyerno pumunta sa casino,
Yes.
ngayon, lahat na pwede maglaro. Kawani ng gobyerno, babae ka man, lalaki ka man, matanda ka man, bata ka, lahat na pwede maglaro. This is all bets off. You can now play. Or sorry, rather, all bets are on.
And that's why, Mr. President, would you agree with me that this is worse than Pogo?
Oh,
Mr. President, when
10,000 times.
When
Mr.
we were
President.
tackling Pogo here in this August chamber, everyone, overwhelming members of the Senate, abhors the operation of Pogo. And now, I'm glad, Mr. President, indeed, hope springs eternal. I have seen majority, overwhelming majority of this August chamber standing up and saying they are in support of banning online gambling. I was able to talk to our chairperson of the Senate Committee on Games. He made a lot of examples, Mr. President, including, Mr. President, those who actually committed suicide
Yes,
because
Mr.
of being addicted to gambling. Because this is definitely not entertainment, Mr. President. This is addiction.
Yes, Mr. President.
We have heard so many stories, not only in my province, Mr. President, na may nagpakamatay, Mr. President. May pulis po doon sa Bulacan, sa San Miguel, hinold up yung LBC kasi lulun na po sa online gambling. Meron pong 14 years old din na bata na biglang may utang na kalahating milyon. Hindi ko alam paanong nangyari yun. And so I go, Mr. President, with BSP as regulator naman ng mga digital wallets, Mr. President. I remember when BSP was talking about their
Mr. President, before we talk about BSP,
yes, please. Yes,
may I
please.
just add to the information, and this is close to the heart of my dear colleague and Majority Leader, Senator Joel. I forgot to mention in my speech again that isa sa mga, yung pinakamaraming comment dito sa pag-file natin ng anti-online gambling was the OFWs.
Yes.
Alam niyo po, and I know this because our good gentleman from Bulacan, not only is his kababayans from Bulacan are members, many members of them are working in other countries, or many kababayans of his is working in other countries, but also even in his church, which is all over the world. They would complain na galit na galit po sila dahil grabing pagtrabaho nila, 24 oras, nagsasakripisyo, malayo sa pamilya. Tapos pagdala po nilang munting 1,000 piso, 2,000 piso, 5,000 piso sa kanilang pamilya, nauubos daw na kanilang partner doon sa Pilipinas or dito sa Pilipinas or kanilang pamilya sa online gambling. So, napakakawawa naman ang ating mga OFWs. I cannot explain the emotions that I've got with all these messages from our OFWs, giving us sad stories about what is happening to their hard-earned income. Hard-earned income.
Thank you, Mr. President. I know that the gentleman from Bukidnon had a lot of first-time experiences, Mr. President, meeting our OFWs. And alam natin, Mr. President, yung hirap nila, tapos dun lang mapupunta sa sugal. Mr. President, balikan ko po yung sa BSP kasi may dinrap sila na rules prohibiting the association of digital wallets with online gambling. Ang PAGCOR po, nagbigay din ng anunsyo at sinabi na they were actually somehow warning BSP from giving this kind of warning, Mr. President. As they say, and I quote it, Mr. President, from PAGCOR, it will dampen the growth of the sector. Tama ba, Mr. President, na pati ito, pakikialaman ng PAGCOR yung powers ng BSP to regulate itong mga e-wallets, especially with regard to online gambling?
Alam mo, nakakalungkot, Mr. President. All I can say is nakakalungkot ang posisyon ng PAGCOR dyan. Parang binabaliwala po nila yung social ills. Parang alam naman siguro, I don't know, kaibigan ko naman si Chairman Altenco. Is the officers of PAGCOR that, what's a diplomatic word for kapal mukha? Dense. dense in a nice diplomatic way with the pleadings of our people na tigilan na to. Sabi nga nila, meron naman daw hotline, pwede naman daw kayo tumawag at ibaban daw, disconnect ang cellphone. Let's say may asawa po kayo or anak na lulong sa online gaming, you can call a hotline and they will automatically daw remove that person from the online gaming sites. All that person has to do is get another phone, another SIM card, and then continue the whole cycle of gambling. So hindi ko talaga maintindihan ang PAGCOR. Siyempre gusto nila magpayabang sa presidente na malaki pong income nila. But at what cost, Mr. President? At what cost? Yes, I'm happy they're giving funds, more funds to sports. I'm happy they're giving more funds to the classroom building program. Pero at what expense, Mr. President? Can we do it? Can we find other ways, other means, like efficient tax collection, like stopping of smuggling of agricultural products? Can't we not do that instead of just focus or create more jobs, manufacturing? Ang mangyayari po, dahil nga sa utang, ang dami natin mga kababayan, umaalis sa kanilang trabaho. Dahil nga lulong sa sugal, nangungutang, hindi nakakabayad dahil sa iya, ay hindi nakakabalik sa kanilang trabaho, natatanggal sila sa kanilang trabaho because they're similar to addicts, like drug addicts, like shabu addicts, na humahanap ng pera kung saan-saan para makapagpusta o makapagbayad ng utang. Abay, wala mangyayari sa atin yan, Mr. President. We should not be proud of that. And I think PAGCOR should be aware, see the signs see the signs flashing all around their face that this is becoming to be a deeper epidemic, a cancer to our society.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I have a lot of questions, but I will just reserve this during the committee hearings that will be conducted by the Senate. Mr. President, I would just like to point out, Mr. President, that in casinos, for example, even sa sabungan, pagka mayroon pong addicted na player, sine-self-exclude po nila, mayroong mga limits, hindi pinapapasok na, etc. Sa online, hindi po nila makikita yan. Doon sa Pogo na isinuka ng Senado, isinuka ng taong bayan, banyaga po ang kliyente, hindi Pilipino. Dito po, walang pinipiling edad, kasarian, o status sa buhay, Mr. President. Sinisira at napakarami hong examples sa society na nawasak dahil po sa gambling, Mr. President. Hindi ko po na binanggit pero I wanted to raise during the hearing yung money laundering, Mr. President.
Yes.
Gagamitin po dyan. Kanina po may kausap ako na mga kawani ng pamahalaan, binabanggit po nila yung mga POGO workers at mga bosses ng mga POGO ay nakashift na po sa online gambling, Mr. President. Sana matignan din po natin ito. So, Ginoong Pangulo, magtatapos po ako by saying na tunay na ang Senado ginagawa yung trabaho. Ang ating kababayan, si Senator Zubiri, talagang very passionate para iban itong online gambling at kumuha ng overwhelming support mula po sa bawat miyembro ng Senado. Nais ko pong ipahayag ang aking taus-pusong pasasalamat and at the same time, my commitment to really push for the banning of online gambling. Maraming salamat, Ginoong Pangulo. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Senator
Mr.
Zubiri.
President. And just to a short reaction, let's make this our legacy, Majority Floor Leader. Let's make it the 20th Congress legacy na mawala na itong salot sa lipunan, itong online gambling. Kung anong ginawa po natin sa Pogo, kung anong paglaban natin dito sa Isabong na dalawang Pangulo ay nag-aksyon, Pangulong Duterte at Pangulong Marcos, dito sa dalawang gambling enterprises na ito. Let's make this our legacy for the 20th Congress, Mr. President. Let's work together on this. Maraming salamat po. Mabuhay pong Senado.
Thank you, Senator Zubiri, Majority Leader.